All right, young Breezy.
Yeah,
What is popping, man?
No, nothing is popping,
You
my
doing
brother.
good?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How about we start by, okay, I know your name, but how about you introduce yourself to the people? What is your stage name or your name or both, whichever you prefer?
Okay, so my real name is Joseph Ungula. I go by the stage name, Young Breeze. I think I'm mainly known by that at Wits, and in Bram actually. I'm from Witbank, Mpumalanga. Yeah, man, my journey started 2016 actually. I was doing grade 9 that time. Yeah.
So, what are you studying? You say you're studying at VIT.
Yeah, I'm studying at VIT.
So, what are you studying at VIT?
I'm doing accounting science.
Yeah, accounting science. Isn't that the one where you become a chartered accountant?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
That's
So,
the
what is accounting science all about for anybody looking to do accounting science? And they asked you to describe it. How would you describe it?
I have ups and downs with it, right? But if I was to give besides bias, right? So basically, accounting science has 4 majors. Accounting science leads you to becoming a CA, and CA is a profession, not a career. So basically, you're studying to be it's not technically. Once you are a CA, you can choose what you want to do actually, but there's a lot of variety of things you do, right? But the main thing that it focuses on is auditing. Probably, there's more to auditing than what people think it is. Probably it's actually my hardest module. Auditing is basically you're checking financial statements. But you're not checking whether they're correct, you're checking to find if there's any fraud, if they complied with all the regulations, the laws.
Some washing of money.
Washing of money, yeah. Most people think you just go there and it's a tick and box. You say, because there's IFRS standards, you just check whether they applied IFRS standards. Some people think it's that, but no, there's really so much to it. You do a lot of work because the financial statement just gives you a trigger, and then you have to go work on that. You get a small trigger, then you go and look deeper into it.
Then you go investigate.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, so that's auditing. And then there's financial accounting. Basically, financial accounting, you prepare the financial statement. You don't really prepare the financial statement, but because computers can do that, right? Computers calculate the monies. What you just need to do is you check whether it complies with the IFRS, because financial statements need to be prepared in terms of IFRS.
What's IFRS?
IFRS is International Financial Reporting Standard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so those are the ones. It's used globally, except for America. America's used. They love their own funny things. Yeah. So yeah, it's that, and they use those standards so that for comparability reasons. If we're speaking financial in terms of IFRS, in Canada they use the same thing, so we can compare really. We can use financial statement to compare GDPs, government spending, because we prepare it based on the same rules. Yeah, so it's easy to compare. Right.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, and then that's 2. Then there's management accounting and finance. Basically that deals with mainly directors. So if you're a director of the company, it deals with decision making. And decision making has to do with finance. You predict, you budget for the next 5 years, you predict outcomes. You do forecast. You also do costing, this thing of determining pricing. That's for management accounting. And then there's taxation. You already know, tax. Basically doing tax law. But personally, I think it's complex than law, because in law they do it in honors. In my course you studied in second, and there's a lot of calculations, but there's also a lot of law. So yeah, and then you can become one of those when you're a CA. But either way, with management accounting and finance, you can also work at the bank because there's finance, right? So you could be working at the bank, you could be working at any company as a financial accountant. Every company has auditors because it's a regulation. Every big company, it's a requirement by law to have an auditor, so they would technically work everywhere, but they're all CAs.
Oh, that's nice. So before we get into the music talk, I want to ask you one more question in relation to your studies. For somebody who's looking to study accounting, right? What do you think is what skills do they need to have? What do they need to be good at? And what subjects in matric do they need to be doing? And more or less the marks that they need?
I did accounting in high school, right? But I was a science student. I thought I needed accounting. And then when I got here, I realized that accounting is just one part of it. But personally, I don't think you need accounting as much. You need maths more.
Maths.
I feel like, actually those are the requirements. If you go there and you check the prospectus, they tell you need maths and English. Those are the only thing they need. And when you get to this course, you get to see why. You see the things you do in English, comprehension. I personally used to find English hard because of the comprehension. Like, I feel like that's auditing, because all my papers have reading time of 30 minutes. So they give you a big scenario and then they're not giving you answers like English though, but you have to read and analyze and understand. And then when you're answering, there's reading time and then they don't give you questions until the reading time is finished. So they don't ask you what you study, they ask you based on what you read. So you use your knowledge that you read to solve problems, right? So really you need your maths. Like your maths has that critical thinking because you need to be a thinker more. You also need to make peace with reading. People think it's just calculation. There's a lot of laws. Oh my God. Like I said, auditing for me is the hardest one because it's a bit of everything. Like I say, you do fraud. You need to know financial statement first of all, because like I say, you'll be reading using financial statement first of all. So you need to know financial accounting perfectly. You need to know tax perfectly because there's a line that says tax expense. You're checking that. You need to know management accounting because you also audit what's this thing? When you're doing planning, because there's stages of auditing, when you're doing planning, you don't start by looking at financial statement. You start by looking at the company, like the governance, like from the CEO, the chairperson. It also has its own rules about that. The governing body should be composed like this. The CEO should not be the chairperson, it's just for independence. So you look at that, and if it doesn't comply with those codes, it's called the King 4 code, then you know that there's
something going on,
Yeah, there might not be something going on, but you can expect less integrity.
Because there's
because they're not following.
Has too much power.
There's too much power. Like there's autocracy. Like the CEO is the chairperson, and is So you can always expect that whatever he says goes. So if he did something, you can always
sweep it under the rug.
Yeah. So you also
FTX.
Like FTX. FTX, exactly.
Sam Bankman-Fried. Exactly. Because he was everything there.
He was everything, and I feel like a lot of those things go undetected. Because at the end, as auditor, we still use information provided to us by the management. So that's why we need to start by checking management, and then you go down to like the employees themselves. Because but then the first thing, if management has integrity, then most likely the control is good.
It goes
employees, if they are caught, they'll probably be scared. If they are caught, it's action, disciplinary action. So auditing is a bit of everything. You also need to know the Companies Act. So it has a lot of law, and law you need to read. Companies Act is law you need to read. You need to know the King Code, like I said. It's almost like law as well, but it's rules that governing body. If you are listed on the JSE, you have to comply with King 4. So we need to know that King 4. If free standards, you need to know them, but you know them from financial accounting if you're doing auditing, if you're doing this course. There's your integrated reporting framework. Now that one is like goes beyond the financial statement. It reports on management, employees, the CEO, because companies also need to, the law require them to be, I don't know if I should say the term, I'm going to use technical term if you don't mind.
It's what you're doing.
There's what we call sustainable development, which means a company must not only focus on profit.
Okay.
So financial statements focus on profit, on the financial information. Integrated reporting reports about every other thing else, like how much carbon dioxide did they release within the atmosphere, What are they doing to the society? That's auditing, and there's many more to go there. Yeah, so I feel like you need to make peace with reading. Taxation, there's a lot of reading. It's law, basically. It's all the tax law, your VAT Act, Income Tax Act, and also calculate. So like I say, you need your math. Your English needs to be very good. Like I say, you have reading time of so I feel like you should take English serious. Personally, I feel like you should take English serious. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I wouldn't say it's being smart. I just feel like you just need to be persistent.
Yeah, and work hard.
Yeah, and anyone can fail in this course. Like you could be number one in high school, and then the one who was number one finishes in record time. So it's a matter of like, you fail, you don't give up. You just, because I failed the year before, and it was my first time. You fail, you move on.
Get on.
Yeah, you come back and try it again. Most people that graduate in this course, majority, I can tell you, more than 50% don't finish in record time. So if you get here and then you fail, you shouldn't feel like you're dumb or anything. Because also it can be very demotivating because you study and you still fail. This course does that, But yeah, so you just need to have pure math. I feel like you need to take those two serious. But then the APS is also high, so you need to also balance the other course. Just make sure the marks are good there. And resilient. Resilient. And yeah. And it's not an easy journey as well.
So tell me, man, I'm listening to you talking about all of these things. Talk about financial stuff. So all I'm wondering while you're talking about these things, I'm like, where does this guy get the time to make music? If he's busy with all these things. So maybe you can explain to the people what is your strategy in terms of balancing studies with your creativity. Music. Yeah.
Everyone does ask me that question. But what I always tell them is that I feel like I was a rapper before I was doing accounting science, right? I was rapping, before high school, I was like, I would rap, but I didn't write songs. But for arts and culture, I'd always, and I'd always integrate this slang, the American slang, like, yo, my nigga, you know how we're popping and stuff like that. But at that time, I didn't know I was gonna rap. Yeah, in grade 8, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna start rapping, right? And I was doing that, and they don't take you serious. All right? When you start rap, they think it's still childishness, right? Continues, and you're making bad quality songs, but you love doing this. You keep doing it. And as time goes on, you get better. But I feel like when people still don't take your work serious, you need something that. I personally thought I need something else that will make people take me serious as well. So I feel like academics, in high school, I looked to academics. I was like, you know what? I'm going to show them that I can pass and still do rap, because they used to, if I'm rapping, I'm failing,
They're like, you're dumb.
And I'm dumb, and I'm just doing weed, and I care about lean. And I used to do weed before that. But like in grade 11, I was like, you know what? Let me just, let me focus at school. And I was at a school that had a lot of opportunities. You had all these people coming to school, like you had CAs coming to speak to us. And then I went to a camp for like a week. And there was CAs, and they will tell me about they will tell us about how much they're making. So I was like, you know what? Let me focus on school, really did, So how I balanced then was that you're not in the studio every day. Trust me, this year I've only recorded like, how many songs have now I'm recording a lot because I'm done writing. But I feel like you don't need to be in the studio every day. I don't need to write songs every day. Most of the time I write songs in the studio because I don't have time. But when I have the time, obviously I don't feel like recording, but like I just feel like I need to write the song. I do. But how I feel like music is not really music doesn't take a lot of time. It's more like there's a job side of it. It's more like soccer, right? You could be doing something else and you still play soccer unless you're assigned to something. I'm an independent artist, right? So how I balance this is I'm not at the studio every day. I'm attending classes every day. You release that one song, and I'm always on social media, right? You release that one song. When you're in class and you have that 10-minute break in between, I'm on social media posting my links, And that one song, literally, that one song will carry. People will know that, oh, Young Breeze is there, If they call you for a show, you can submit the same song. You don't really need a bunch of songs. Yeah, you just need... I've only released 2 songs this year. I've recorded a couple because of like holidays and stuff, but I've only released 2 songs. But I've done so many shows. Yeah, even the shows, like I know my songs. Or like I could play if I know I'm performing on Friday, I could play my songs Monday every day when I'm going to class. When I'm going back to res. Before I sleep, I'm playing my song. Or before I sleep, I just rap out my stuff so I know them in my head.
And I also feel like when you perform the same song at shows, as an upcoming artist, I feel like that's what you must do.
Yeah,
so that people can be familiar with the song and the lyrics.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. If you're famous and they know your whole catalog, then I think you can switch it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, as an upcoming artist, you don't really get like 30 minutes to perform. Like,
2 tracks max.
In 2 tracks, 15 minutes, 10. And you remember, you still need to hype up the people. You still need to. So it's not a lot of songs. You just always need to have those couple songs that you perform every time, which I do. I have those. I still perform songs that I released last year. And the song I released last year, I recorded it in 2021. So I keep like unreleased tracks. You release, when you see that it's fading out, you record that one song and release again. And like I said, when you also take a break, you could either go play soccer or something else, but music is also a hobby, so I could write a song instead. It's not like it's only a work when you have to.
When it has to pay the bills.
Yeah, when it has to pay bills and you have to show up, to the studio every morning.
Yeah.
But I don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't really have to. So that's how I balance it actually.
Oh no, that's super dope. So how would you classify yourself as an artist? Would you say you just a rapper or you're also a singer, or how would you classify yourself?
I personally feel like I'm everything besides the technical side of it.
Yeah.
I can't produce, I can't mix, I suck at that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think I love music in general. Like, I listen to different type of music. I listen to hip hop. I make hip hop most of the time. I listen to trap, I listen to Eminem, but I also listen to classic like I don't know if you know Phil Collins.
Oh no.
You don't know? Okay, those 80s, so artists from the 80s, I listen to, I'm not old as well, but
I'm just playing around.
Yeah. So I listen to a variety of music, and you get inspiration from all this type of music. So now and then I listen to R&B as well. So now and then I listen to Afrobeat. So you get this idea, like I like lyricism, but you can always mix it with because I can rap, and I can rap really fast because I started as a rapper, like a battle rapper, and my favorite artist was Eminem. And
Wait, you're a battle rapper?
I started as that.
You can freestyle?
Nah, I can't freestyle.
Oh, okay.
No, I personally used to rap things I wrote.
Oh, okay.
I wrote a lot.
Battles.
Yeah, so like I wrote a lot of these battles, and there was also there was a group chat whereby we're battle rapping but with chat.
Oh. Okay.
So, but it has to have the rhyme.
Yeah.
And so you could literally.
Give us, 4 lines.
Oh, you want like these lines?
So I want some this lines.
Oh, you want some this lines? Yeah. I don't know if you get it. Just let me know, but I can try explaining it.
Okay.
This song I wrote like when was it? I don't know. It's my phone, but let me see if I can remember. Let me see if I can remember.
You want me to get your phone?
Yeah, that would be great actually.
Let me get your phone. This is fine.
Because otherwise I have other lines which
Hey man, why not hear some diss lines?
Yo, you wanna hear diss lines?
I love diss lines, man.
Oh, okay.
I used to always go to battles.
Really?
I've always been a producer, but I used to always.
You used to always go to battles.
Always, I used to love it. And even because I know they used to hold ciphers and stuff.
Yeah, back in the days, they don't do anymore. But I feel like when I'm in the course I'm doing, I'm like, it's just that now I'm close to this side because, okay, most people think I'm doing art. Yeah. People I work with are doing like music and stuff like that. So now I'm connected to the art people now. But back then I feel like when you're doing the course I'm doing, because these people that like the School of Accountancy is way that side. So Wits doesn't host like for the whole society. It's a school that hosts something. Yeah. So events that School of Accountancy will host will probably be bringing CA's talk, you know. And then music will be the one. You see, if you go to School of Music, they even have studios. They've got all those things. We have like study labs, computer labs.
I understand. Like, what you want to do with the studio?
you see, exactly. You know, here are the theaters at School of Art. You know, so.
Yeah, you can't be having studio. You can't have everything.
Exactly.
You want them to build you some studios in your chartered account.
You see. Okay, so there's a subliminal line, right? So it doesn't sound straightforward like a line, right?
Okay.
But I'm explaining, right? Okay. But I'm gonna rap the whole verse though.
All right.
And it goes like, fuck running the game, I be driving the game. I mean for the money, but I ain't gonna lie, I want the fame. Finna body, these rappers man give me a name. I took a break from the game, now look at the game, it's never the same. Where are the rappers you trusted? Don't tell me about those that are busted. Don't tell me about Benson. My lyrics are fatal, man. They are too chronic, and that's on a regular show. Do let them know, I want the throne. Whoever that's on him, man, they gotta go. You sleeping on me, you in for a name, cause this ain't no lullaby. Treat it like rockabye. I promise my lyrics are sermon to tell you the enders are here, the return of a God. Never been a nigga to be bragging about the money I be making. This is grenades and they're making, I'ma make it, I won't fake it. But
yeah. What are you doing, bro? You're doing all pasta rhymes. That's crazy.
I got some more. I can rap fast. Like,
I can hear that.
I can do one which I really know by my head.
Okay, give us one more.
It's okay, here this dance Benson Chronic.
Okay.
Right? But it's a double entendre because there's Benson on regular show, right?
Okay. Oh, Benson, the guy with
the boss.
The gumball guy.
Yeah. So I said, don't tell me, where are the rappers you trusted? Don't tell me about those that are busted. Okay, so Benson Chronic is like an artist from back home. Mm-hmm. I don't know. He's a rapper. I feel like he's alright. But he's well respected. Apparently, he's good in freestyles, you know. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, fine. Don't tell me about rappers and I feel like he's feeling himself way too much. Yeah. There's a time I was on the newspapers and he posted something that was directed at me, even though it didn't say my name, because everyone else was sending it to me. Like, did you see this? Did you say this? So yeah, I was like, don't tell me about Benson. My lyrics are fatal, man. They are too chronic. So you know, Benson Chronic is his stage name, right? Don't tell me.
We're starting beefs up in here on Vartisee, man. We are fueling the beef.
Yeah, but if it did come again, I mean, lyrically, I really do, like I said, I really do trust myself.
Wait, in Mpumalanga?
He's in Witbank, yeah.
Okay, in Witbank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lyrically,
I was gonna hit him up, call him up.
Did you hear this line?
I got young Breezy here saying that, bro, you are whack. Pull up to the Vartisee studio. Let's have a battle.
Let's do that.
Let's see, best man wins.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that. But I script. I really try. If we have to write these songs, man, I think I would. I just don't freestyle, but I really do script. You know, I trust myself.
I was having a talk with a friend of mine, and I was telling him that I feel like nowadays everybody they put this carpet over writing.
Yeah,
like writing is a whack thing to do, and for me, that's the art, bro.
Personally, I feel like Eminem script, Eminem right, and even when I was going to battle rap, I would rap things I wrote. It's like I wrote a lot. I used to write a lot of things. So even when I go to battle rap, I always had like
you just have them in the
lines.
box.
Yeah,
you can just pull them out.
You can just pull them out because then if I script, it's planned. There's planned lyrics. There's poetry there. You know, there's multis. those double entendre. If I freestyle it straightforward, I say, yo, your sneakers sucks. Or yo. No, it's a joke.
no, I know my sneakers dope, bro.
These are dope, man. You just have to show the bothering efforts with this. I'm just saying, I went to battle rap whereby a guy was this like on his whole like outfit from his head to the toe, like but like something straightforward and people easily get.
Yeah, because but in a battle it doesn't matter whether the sneakers are dope. If someone says they suck, then it's still
about.
I get that, dog. I like that.
So that was it. I did battle rap and things like that.
Yeah.
So mainly I started as a rapper.
Yeah.
I didn't trust I could sing because in primary each year I would go join the choir. And I'd audition and they didn't let me in.
I know, that was a sign.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe I can't sing, Yeah. And then in 2018 I tried choir again in high school. And the funny thing is that even before I started singing, I was like, I have flu, so I might not sing properly.
Yeah.
So they took it as a joke. But after singing, like I was sitting there, and stuff. I mean, the conductor said, out of everyone there, I sang better.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, really? So I joined the choir. Next thing, I kept on getting compliments from the conductor. I was singing, the songs we're singing, and I was singing first tenor. He was putting me, there's me and this other guy. He's also a rapper. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to try singing. But the quality was still bad. I think I've had my fair share of bad quality.
Yeah.
But I kept on singing. So I feel like I do sing. I do trap. Like, for example, the song I just did is mainly trap.
Yeah. And the song that you just did, bro, what was the reason why you wrote it, or it was just vibes in the studio? Like, how did that song come about?
Really, it was just vibes. I think if you check the name, it says Young Prison Otherwise. Otherwise produced the song. It was actually me, not be honest. It's Otherwise. It was Otherwise idea. He had that beat. And he normally does something. Let me just put this on silence. So he does these songs and he will obviously get a beat. As a producer, you have an idea.
Yeah.
So we were chilling in my room just making music. We recorded a whole bunch of it. And then he also played this beat. And first I didn't feel it. And then until he showed me the hook. And it's like, okay, how about you do this? I was like, oh, that's a nice hook.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna try it. So I did it, and yeah, man, it was great. And I felt like also it was taking shot at some women at the same time.
How so?
Personally, I feel like...
Remember, there's a lot of women following this page, so you gotta be careful, bro.
But I also have songs for women, though. I love all the mamas out there,
Yeah.
Shout out.
You gotta put that out there.
Shout out.
Before you say what you're gonna say,
bro,
you
have to put it out there. I love the African mamas, but also I felt like from my side, I felt like I win girls that I don't care about. That's the funny things. Or the girls there are certain girls you think are out of your league and you just don't try to, those are but once the girl that I pursue like wholeheartedly, I'm like, okay, I really like this one. It takes you a month to get. You don't get. And that's so frustrating.
It's very frustrating, man.
So frustrating. And I'm like,
it's very frustrating.
And I feel like that's toxic because the girls that I don't put effort in, I don't feel like I'm the greatest guy or a good guy or something. I feel like I don't really put much effort in, And to a certain extent, they still, not a certain extent, they actually mainly stay. Like they stay until I'm like, I don't think I can do this, So for a majority of time, I had those situations. And I felt like I was a bad guy, I felt like, because now and then, I'm with this girl after some time. I'm with this girl, but there's a girl that I really like. If she just say yes, and it's done with her,
Yeah.
So
I like how you trying to justify you busy trying to be an F-boy here.
No,
and
I'm just saying.
Justify your actions. But okay.
Yeah, so
I'm not judging.
I feel like when you confess it out, at least I put it out there, But when you put it out there, I'm like, I'm a bad guy. And the type of guy would let you down. And then, I mean, that first verse was like a work of two people. Like, plus how he made the beat, and he because I was there, so we wrote it together. The first verse, second verse is the one I wrote like alone. So the first one is like, I like a bit of storytelling. It wasn't technically storytelling, but it's like almost like something, because it's like she know I can put her on. She says she wanna take me on, so I feel like I'm I can put her on. I've told her I'm the bad guy, but she thinks, she can take me on. Baddies do that. Like,
I know.
A girl will text you right
They always want the challenge.
Yeah, baddies will be like,
they want the toxic guy.
Bro.
Nice guys finish last.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, there's a girl who told me, like, I can get you if I want to. And I'm like, what, girl? Can get me if you want. That's like...
Yeah. I can see you are a real rapper. You are a real rapper.
No. The funny thing is that I don't get those girls I really want,
Yeah.
Baddies are fun. I'm not gonna lie, baddies are good and stuff, but the type of girls I want, I do think I'm a bad guy.
Yeah.
And red flags.
I can understand.
But those are at the same time, so it's like they're trying to pay revenge at this.
Yeah, I get it.
They don't tell you directly. They don't want you because you stop pursuing.
There's a line by Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
In a song, I forgot the song, but he says, "I never got the ones I wanted, just the ones that wanted me."
Bro, I can totally relate to that. Well, not that I don't want the ones that want me sometimes. I also do want them, but it's not that I thought about it.
Yeah.
It's not like I contemplated like, damn, I really want this girl. She just came into the picture. She just came, like, and it was like,
she's kind of nice.
Yeah, exactly. She's nice and stuff, Absolutely. So yeah, I feel like Bad Guy was just like songs for baddies, man. I feel like somehow toxicity turns baddies on. I don't know why. Like I do that song. Like they like a guy who just don't care, but I really do care. Like I feel like I have a softer side. I even have music that sings, about girls. It's just that this one is the current one, and people like it, and I'm pushing it. So
gotta push it, man.
Yeah,
I agree. Alright, man. I think I've covered everything that I've wanted to know. I don't know. Is there any shout outs maybe you wanna give out, or anything you wanna tell to the people? Anything you wanna say?
Yeah.
Oh wait, first you can start by telling people where to find your music. Sorry.
Sorry. Find me on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. There's Young Breeze, like it's young as in Mngani, I'm tall.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah. Young, everything is written properly.
I'll put it up here.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I'll put it there.
Up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Young Breeze, not Breezy.
Yeah.
BREEZE. And when you go on Spotify, you'll find my picture there. If you go on Apple Music, there's the cover of Bad Guy. So if you get that, that's me. On any platform, I don't know if there's anyone using Amazon, but you can also find me on Amazon Music, on Tidal, on all of those type of stuff. But if you want all my music, like, because there are songs whereby I just give away, you find them on YouTube. Like songs that I don't, for example, I feel, but I can't release them due to copyright claims. Sometimes you use a downloaded beat, you just want to speed bars, and you find them on YouTube. I have more music on YouTube. And Spotify, not Spotify, I mean SoundCloud. I started with SoundCloud. You still find my music there, my old music. If you get some bad quality songs, hey man.
That's what it is.
We all started somewhere. Yeah, also follow me on Instagram. Young Breeze. You just add a Breezely. It's young_breeze and then LY at the end, Breezely. Somebody's using my name on Instagram, so I can't use my name alone. And yeah, man, I should go on Twitter by now actually, but I have my old account. I need to delete them. I'll restart my thingy. On TikTok, I'm not consistent with that, but do follow me. There's some performances, videos there and stuff. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Alright, cool, man. Anything you want to tell to the people? Shout outs?
Yeah. Follow your dreams. Follow your dream. Doesn't matter what you're doing. And again, if you're doing like creative, something creative like music, art, or something, don't quit your job until you pop.
100%.
Don't quit your job until you'll starve. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah, you could be really talented, and I feel like it's just randomly happens. You blow up randomly, but also don't give up on it. Even if you have a job, keep pushing. One day is one day. Shout out to Bilo. Just did a song with him, an Afrobeat, an Afro pop song. Probably will be out next year. Shout out to AT, produced the beat of that song. Shout out to all my homeboys, man.
Yeah. Alright. Now, man, I personally just wanted to thank you for pulling up.
I appreciate you.
You definitely brought the heat, bro.
Always.
Shout out, my G.
I really appreciate you bringing me here, man. I also have to say one other thing, yeah, man. I really need to appreciate you for what you're doing here. I mean, this is really great. Even if from seeing your work, right, the artists you bring here, man, it's really putting them on. This is a really great setup. You could have like big artists.
I'm not gonna show them. They gotta pull up. They gotta
pull up here, man. This is really putting people on. I mean, this is really a platform for you to. When record labels look at these videos, if they were to, if you wanna be signed and you send them this type of videos, man, I feel like this is the one. So, man, big ups on this setup, man.
Thanks,
and
man.
really have to appreciate you for putting artists on. Even if it wasn't me, even if the ones who were here didn't appreciate you, man. Shout out to you, man.
Nah, thanks.
Yeah.
Man. Making me blush, okay? Let's wrap this up. I'll see you, man. Thanks for pulling up.
Right. Shout.
I know, thanks, dog. That was great.